Imagine a child so small, so visible, yet so utterly failed by every adult sworn to protect her, Victoria Adjo. Had a bright smile, born in Ivory Coast on November 2nd, 1991, she was sent to live with her great-aunt Marie, Kouao, who promised better education and opportunity. Instead, in London, Victoria was tortured, bound in a bin liner of her own excrement, burned, starved, beaten with shoes, coat hangers, even a hammer. Between April 1999 and her death on February 25, 2000, she was known to for local authorities, to hospitals, police, and the NSPCC, yet not one intervened effectively. Her case exposed blinding incompetence in social services and hospitals. The public inquiry, chaired by Lord Laming in 2001, led to sweeping reforms in UK child protection. The Children Act of 2004, creation of local safeguarding children boards, better interagency coordination, stricter thresholds for escalation. Half a World Away in New York City, 1995, another tragedy. Elisa Izquierdo, aged 6, born addicted to crack, had been in her father's care and appeared to be thriving, but after her father died, custody was granted to her mother, Awilda Lopez. Reports from her preschool, school teachers, and neighbors spoke of bruises. Emotional withdrawal, even being locked in dark rooms. 11 separate alerts to the Child Welfare Agency were ignored or dismissed. On November 22, 1995, Elisa died of brain hemorrhage and multiple trauma. Her death spurred the enactment of Elisa's Law in early 1996, a law requiring greater transparency in child welfare fatality investigations, public disclosure of case histories where agencies fail, and greater accountability. In England again, 2020, Arthur Labinjo-Hughes, aged 6, abused by his father, Thomas Hughes, and the father's partner, Emma Tustin, over months locked in hallways, denied school, verbally tortured, physically hammered. Finally, on June 17, 2020, Arthur died of blunt force trauma. And 16-month-old Star Hobson suffered at the hands of her mother and her mother's partner multiple referrals, signs ignored and scattered. She died September 2020. These are not isolated horrors. In each case, repeated warnings, fragmented agencies, resources stretched, accountability lacking, and still, after the tears, legislation changed. In the UK, reforms to multi-agency safeguarding, the legal requirement for better information sharing, sharper oversight. In New York, Elisa's law forced open what had been hidden. Because sometimes it takes the worst to demand the best. It shouldn't. But will we now see beyond the tragedy and build systems where children like Victoria, Elisa, Arthur, Star never slip through the cracks again?